I would say let's start the stream, but I'm going to be honest, I've not opened this yet, and it's not looking quite correct. I might need to mess with the options. Give me just a minute. I want to make sure this is all working. Something about terms and conditions. Lovely. I'm sure there's nothing bad hidden in there. Right, I don't need to read it. But I actually need to scroll through all of these. Oh god. Okay, we're going to have an entire stream of reading through the EULA. That'll be fun. That'll be a great old time. I'm sure you're going to enjoy that. Skipisky, I want to say, that is how you said it was, wasn't it? Think so. Think it's Miss Skipisky. Anyway, I'll let you hear the game. It's got some fancy music. I'd imagine you probably want to see it as well, don't you? That would make sense. Yeah, let me just get up for you. Give me just a second. What is going on? Being peculiar. Okay, no, never mind. Got it working now. Yeah, the resolution's a bit weird, so I'm gonna need to quickly mess with this. For now, this is what the default is. I'm just gonna quickly power through all of this. I need to scroll down as fast as I possibly can so I can get to accept this. Now, this is a lot of stuff. There's no easy way to just accept it. You need to look through it from what I understand. So I'm really hoping there's nothing important in here, because I'm not reading any of this. I really am. Also, I'll close my curtain a bit. That didn't help in the slightest. I've still got a horrible light balance on my face. Ah well, that's fine. Let me just keep scrolling. Like, this is the stream you wanted, wasn't it? Just me scrolling through EULA. Any minute now, we'll get to the end. I'll be able to look at the settings and then maybe play the game. That is the hope for the first stream, that we will be able to play the game. Quite hopeful, possibly, though. I'm not entirely sure. Ah, here we go. Got to the end. Accept. Thank God, that took forever. Logging into the Dark Souls game server, it says in the top corner. So I'm hoping that means it's doing what it's supposed to. Information, embrace darkness. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Just accept when I play the game. First though, system. I want to, before adjusting that, I need to adjust this myself. There we go. Yeah, that's the right size. It seems to be capturing correctly. Much better. Much, much better. Apart from that, the highest quality possible. I'm sure it's going to love it. Ah, hello Rory. Yeah, I'm about to start. I've got absolutely no idea about anything in this game, I'm not gonna lie. But do feel free to shout abuse at me if you do pop in at any point. That's all fine. Anything else I might want to change in here actually? It's probably fine enough, I'll figure it out, right? Comes with subtitles by default. I need to adjust this. Dragon needs to be invisible. Is this, yeah, that's actual brightness. I'll leave it a bit brighter then, just because I know capturing software and such struggles with brightness. So I'll make it, but no, I'll make it how bright it's supposed to be. This is how bright it's meant to be to me. That seems like it's not going to capture well. You'll need to let me know if that has any problems. Actually, I didn't mean to quit out. Here. Yeah, things seem fine. Most likely, some friendly, although you aren't really yet. Yeah, I've played Sekiro, I've played, like, what was the game called? The Surge. I'm assuming that's somewhat similar. I mean, it's a very different setting, but similar game. And yes, this all looks to be fine enough. Well, new game. I just did that. do appreciate asking me again. It's literally taking me through all the settings. No, it's not. Alright. I won't die, don't worry. I'm gonna go with what I've heard is the best weapon. The axe. So don't worry.
It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of
Quickly hide my webcam. There we go.
Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep,
He looks lovely.
Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Well, that's quite a dramatic cutscene, isn't it? And yeah, that's it. We're now into the actual game itself. I'll stick my webcam back on for you. There you go. So name. I'm assuming we'll just go with like a basic name. That's fine. I can just call myself Poison. Or Pawunson. Depends what you want to say. And I need to do this with a controller? How's this working? Okay, I use the directional pad to navigate the menu. Age. It's hard to tell. I'm gonna think. Ooh. I mean, I like age, but honestly, it looks no different to young. So I'm gonna say I'll just go for young for now. I'll pick a class first. So knight. See your knight appear around. Collapsed. Sturdy owing to high vitality and stout armour. High dexterity allows massive wielding of dual scimitars. That sounds quite fun. Scimitars do sound interesting. Even comes with a little shield. Look at that. Deprived. Sure. Oh god, no, he starts with absolutely nothing. I should not go as the Deprived. I'm really tempted to now though. You shouldn't have said anything. I'll keep going through them in order though. Warrior utilises high strength to wield a heavy battle axe. That sounds boring. Herald, big pointy stick. I mean, it's fine enough. Common thief, pistol, deserter. Okay, dagger and such. And a bow. Assassin, even bigger sword. Look at that. It's massive. Like, let's go back to the knight. Yeah, that's what a normal sword's like. Assassin's one's even bigger. That is huge. Thrusting sword. Okay, that would explain it. But sorcerer commands soul sorceries using high intelligence. Pyromancer. Okay. Adept close combat warrior who wields a hand axe. That doesn't sound right. Is that correct? Doesn't sound like the right description. How do you grow a watch streak? By watching multiple streams. I believe you're on your second account because I timed out your first one. And then you decided it was a good idea to just make a second one. So yeah, you'll need to grow a watch streak by, I think, watching multiple streams in a row for at least 10 minutes, I think it is. I'm not entirely certain, I won't lie. Cleric, child's high faith to cast many and varied miracles. Either an unfathomable fool in life, restrictive possessions upon burial. I mean, that sounds most like me. Thing is though, these guys start at various levels. Guy starts at level 1. I get more level ups if I go as this man. So I'm thinking, possibly yes. I know I was told not to. Like soggy pizza, good to hear. Like, only thing you've got going for you. Anyway, I'm gonna be... God no, I do not like the wrinkles you get. I'll be mature, it makes me look mildly more deprived. There we go. Burial gift. Think I'll need one of these. Increases maximum HP, fully restores HP and cures ailments. Ooh. Okay, that sounds a bit too powerful, I'm not gonna do that. Hidden blessing. Not the same one. No, that just fully restores FP instead, so I'd imagine like magic maybe? That'd be focus points for your soul magic or whatever it called itself. Firebomb, charged with special black powder, an uncouth gift from the departed. I mean, that sounds fitting. Material used to upgrade fire weapons, more appropriately for a warrior, and pretty trinkets. What was 2 OP? The Divine Blessing, I thought. Fully restoring your HP and curing ailments. By the looks of it, it's reusable. This little flask. Anyway, rusted gold coin. No, I was on to this one. Use it to acquire many souls. Okay, so that's just a one-use thing. Could be nice. These all seem a bit peculiar to take with me. Greatly increases item discovery for a while. Online play item, one use only, become a dark spirit. Perhaps offering can be used to blend into the environment, but only once. Thinking take a firebomb could be fun. It's gonna be completely useless, I'd imagine. I'm thinking take this. There we go. Base presets. Commoner, Noble Warrior, Never Noble. You know, I'll go through them, I'll see what looks. Why is he bright yellow? I could just like roleplay as naked Michael Jackson. That's half tempting. Do I want to be a naked Michael Jackson? Also, it's looking like the stream delay is pretty bad again. It's a shame. I'm really tempted to just be naked Michael Jackson. I really want to. I'm going to. Yes, it's naked Michael Jackson. And have him being very slim, I'd imagine. There we go. Appearance. Yeah, I've got gender, age, voice. Get a sample. That sounds a bit like Michael Jackson. That'll work. Hey Secker, I see you in the chat. I'm gonna regret doing this. Is there any difference? I don't think there is. I'll make him muscular. Okay. Doesn't strike me as someone who'd have body hair, but it does make him look even more bedraggled. I love it. Michael Jackson. I'll make him slightly larger head than normal. There we go. Of course though, he has massive legs. Now I can change it by 10 at a time. There we go. That's our Michael Jackson. Everyone knew him for his massive legs. Oh god, this looks atrocious. I love it. I really do. Okay, we need to mess with these slightly because it does change a few other things. Seems like it can make his arms even thinner. So he's got tiny arms and huge legs. I hate it. It's gonna be brilliant. This is great. Changes will be discarded. That's not okay. No. How do I save? How do I go back? Is it not letting me? Because it's in red, is that saying it's not letting me? Good to hear. Good to hear. I need to stick on the message box, by the way. I put that here? That should work. I didn't think that would get in the way. I might need to move my webcam for this. I'll need to see. Yeah, why can't I... Ah, there we go. I had to press A to confirm it. Base skin colour. I mean, you have the two Michael Jacksons here, don't you? But no, I'm thinking just go pure white. Maybe make him slightly more yellowy. Does seem like he'd have jaundice. There we go. That's Michael Jackson. I keep forgetting, I need to press A to save it, don't I? There we go. Do we care enough about all of this? Can change your skin tone. Does this change anything? I think very vaguely. I can just make him look even less like he's healthy. Sure, I'll go with this. Our Michael Jackson is looking great. Yeah, the rest of them are probably fine. Sheet colour, need it to be more white. That's green. It's not white. That is a fluorescent, like, turquoise. Well, this character creator, I'd heard a lot about it, but I didn't think it'd be like this. There we go, that seems fine. Laugh lines, yeah, make them a bit lighter. Look at Michael Jackson, he is lovely. Face shape, you know, I don't think I care enough. Change the eyes. The eyes could be exciting. Let's give him small eyes, colour of pupils. I've got no idea what colour Michael Jackson's eyes were, but I'm gonna go with the green. There we go. And you get to individually do them. I don't want to. Okay, hair. Can we get a better suiting hair for Michael Jackson? I don't know if we can, you know. No, I'm not seeing anything better for Michael Jackson. I'm thinking keep him as is. It is Michael Jackson. It's all we need. This is perfect. Look at our man. I hate him with a passion. Oh Christ, that save it to favourite, sure. How do I start? How do I start? There's no start button. Back? Ah, it was just an appearance, okay. Well, I hate my character, I really do. Let's go. I'm gonna regret this horrifically, haven't I? I should be taking a Souls game more seriously, I feel. Got another cutscene. This doesn't look like a cinematic one, so I'm not gonna go and hide my webcam or anything. Wait, is this a start to Thriller? Oh, perfect! He's got his first music video. Just right here in the game. I wonder what other music videos might get, because this is Thriller. It has to be Thriller, that one. We're in a graveyard. Or cemetery. How do I move? Controller? Okay, okay, I was tabbed out of the game, because I went over to possibly hide my webcam. So what have I got? X is healing. That looks like a heavy attack. B is a roll. I can like shield bash. Okay, so you got light attack on bumpers, heavy attack on trigger. Okay, control camera with this. Yep, perfect. Regular attack, I've already figured this out. It's a lovely shield. Strong attack I figured out. Target lock, yep, mostly like everything else. Ha! I beat him. Well, that's it. No deaths, 1 kill. I've got the best KD ratio I could possibly get. We're gonna leave it there. That's perfectly good by me. And yeah, we've got various dashes and such. I feel going back here is a bad idea. I shouldn't be straying off the main path this early. Like, something's gonna jump out at me. I'm ready. Village remains, I got a soul. And I'm just gonna run. I do not trust this game. Was it X though that healed me? Because I swear it shouldn't have been X. Like, that shouldn't be how it works, right? I'm doing well. This is fine. I don't think necessarily blocking is what I need to be doing. We do have a man here. Can I go up and backstab him? I know backstabbing's a thing. Or critical hit, sorry. Not a backstab. Yes, you can just like club him in the arse. Lovely. Poor guy. Poor guy. Ouch. I saw that just before it hit me. Let's heal. Yes, it is X. I don't like that bust. I'm going to be healing a lot accidentally early on, I think. Murder him. There we go. I've got 2 people over this way. I need to go this way. I need to murder a few extras, don't I? That's a ghost. Is that friendly? Is that unfriendly? I don't know. Not sure I trust it regardless. It's gone. What? Two-hand right weapon, well, two-handing I can use skills. I can just go club people. And my skill is more damage? I don't know. Is there a way to figure this out? Maybe. I've got no idea. I really have absolutely no clue what's going on. Do have a loincloth though, so that's nice. Well, down this path. No idea if it's where I should be going. Turn back. Sure, that looks dangerous up there. I'm gonna turn back. I'm not usually one to follow instructions, but it's a Souls-like. It's telling me not to. There's probably a good reason for it. Just club him. Bam. There we go. Go there. I mean, I've got to now. You're peer pressuring me. I can't not do it. LT to parry. Riposte after a successful parry. You can parry this. Left trigger to parry. I'm assuming that's not when you're two-handed then. That's fine. Well, down this way we go. If at any point this looks like I'm gonna just die from going down here, though, I am turning around secure. I'm not going to my death, as much as you might want me to. Okay, so let's see, I've got an item. Something which... I mean, can naked Michael Jackson face that thing? I'd say probably not. I'm just gonna leave. I'm sure whatever's in there's not worthwhile. Just head back. Call me a coward all you want. I'm not throwing away Michael Jackson's life like that. So this one, use item is X. What die? Okay, so down D-pad is cycling through your items. Okay, that's fine. I do like how I can go two-handed, but I'm very much not going to. Okay, so what's up here? It's a lot more open, and we've got one of these bonfires. Touch a bloodstain. What happened? Assuming someone died by jumping off a cliff. I mean, I want to do that. That sounds like great fun. Let me light this quickly. That might be a secret, who knows? This is not going to be a secret, is it? Yeah, not a secret, is it? Why did someone jump off a cliff? Okay, so bloodstains means someone died there. That's fine. That's fine. How do you jump? Because I'm pretty sure you can jump in this. Okay, push in right analog sticks. It's like the Surge when I played that. Okay, time to try and parry. Hello, good sir. Nope. Nope. That did not work. Quickly heal a bit. Or just shove him off a cliff. Or not. This whole parrying thing does not work, does it? Okay. Never mind. Left trigger apparently parries. I'm wanting to get this working. I need to learn how it works. I'm going to be surviving in this game, I feel. I just jump back down, recover my souls. I mean, I can block. Blocking's fine. It works when I do it right. I'd imagine it would, yeah. That would explain it. You're not wrong there. However, I've got no idea how to do it right. Just club him. Or not, his friends have all come along. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Second lesson, don't jump into groups of enemies unless you're able to kill them quickly. That's fine. A good idea of what's going on now. Hello, good sir. I'm using left trigger. Oh, you need to use it well in advance. Okay. Okay, that might be more doable. How many streams out to watch? I don't know how many streams you need to watch, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know a lot about Twitch, despite streaming on here. Anyway, I want to quickly recover my lost souls. Go hide back here. So I need to be pressing this parry button in advance. Just get him to come in. Hello, do your little dance, will you? That was a parry, I think. And now I'm dead. That's alright. That's fine. I'm getting better at this parrying mechanic. I'm still not quite able to figure it out. Like, I think I've got the right idea of it though. Let's just test it again. Now, that was just a shield bash, that was not a parry. How the hell does parrying work? I'm very confused. Yeah, you just need to watch 2 apparently, according to Sekiro. He knows a lot about the Twitch streaks and such. Some might even say he's an expert when it comes to streaking. Okay, don't think that was a parry. I think that was just me hitting him with my shield and just mashing him with my club. I'm happy with that. I don't need to be doing fancy parries. I can just mash with a club. Perfect. I don't need to figure it out. I'm sure this is fine. Mash with a club. To block him which staggers him. It's a lot more reliable, seemingly, than doing a parry. Okay. This is fine. I feel I get it. I can do a jump while dashing. Yep. So that'd be how you get to there. That completely didn't work. Good to see. Let's just heal up, because I'm still learning stuff. I can do a plunge attack. There we go. Michael Jackson's doing good. I didn't even read what that item was. I probably should have. Okay, come on. Just need him to fire his thing again, but now run in. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go back and try and get the item up there. Guess how many channel points you have, and you'll be quiet for 10 minutes. Does it need to be an exact number, or did I just take a rough estimate? So I'm gonna say you have 350. That sounds about reasonable. Although you spent some of that quack, didn't you? I'm gonna say 250. There we go. Final answer. I'm locking it in. I will get this jumping figured out. I have to. Oh, for the love of Christ, I hate this. It's not a game made for parkouring. Why do I need to do a jump? Maybe I'm just too unfit. That could be it. Okay, so if I jump along there, that's the shortest route. Ah! I made it! Look at that. I got a Titanite shard, whatever that is. 550. Oh no, it was Sekiro who did the quack. Damn it. Damn it. I was relatively close to my 350 though. Only 150 off. Anyway, plunge attack there. Hello, my good friend. Just bash him. That's much better than trying to do a parry. I just whacked him with a club. Perfect. I don't quite understand what I'm doing still, but I am covered in mud. arguably you could say Michael Jackson's living more up to his character, covering himself with stuff. But who knows? Currently I just look like a bit of a weird person. It's like patterned, like a cow or something. I mean, you don't have to be quiet, like, don't you worry. I'm happy enough with you speaking or whatever you fancy doing. Now, this is looking like a boss. Can I just ignore him? Because this seems like where I'd want to go afterwards. Can I just not? No. And I did not mean to do that, so I guess only one healing item for boss fight. That'll be fun. What if I just like club him beforehand? No? Ah, there's a prompt. Remove the sword. Hello, my good sir. Please do not murder me, if you wouldn't mind. Lock the camera on. Ouch. I have a feeling I shouldn't try and parry this man, should I? Get a hit in there though. Look at that. I've done a bit. Let's just heal up because I don't trust myself to take more than one hit. Can block. It does do something. Parrying, yeah, is not going to work. No, I'm just dead. I did decently there. I did decently. Michael Jackson looks like a sandal. I mean, I don't know what kind of sandals you've been wearing, but I think he still looks like a person. But maybe that's just me who's wrong there. Who knows? I'm gonna try and parry again. That just doesn't work. Stop it. Stop trying to parry. I should not be trying to. It's a bad idea. Just run back to the bonfire. They wouldn't murder a man who's running back to a bonfire, right? There we go. Am I even doing parrying right? I maybe need to not have a shield? What if I just don't? Does that count as two-handed? No, it's still one-handed, but I can use my ability. Okay, I'm just gonna be caveman. Here we go. I'm not parrying. Caveman will work. Can still block. I can also club them, which I think's more worthwhile. Parrying with your arm I wouldn't have thought would work, but it'd be quite the power move if it did. Well, just imagine going to go stab someone with a sword. They just brush it away with your hand like, no, you're not doing it. Well, I'd love it if that was okay. Oh no, there's a man! Oh no! Go away, man. I don't want it. Okay, go back to this. Just pillage his corpse, as you do. Cleric's Sacred Chime, what on earth even is that? Don't know, where is it? It's not a key item, not a melee weapon. It's a catalyst. The hell's a catalyst? You know what, I don't need to know. This is fine. What does parry mean when it's in finish? I've got no idea. Ninja. Yeah, having like iron plates in the back of your gloves isn't all that unheard of. Because like if you're fighting someone, you're going to be holding onto your sword. Like it's going to be grasped inside your hand. So you'd need to armour the back of your hand regardless. So that's perfectly fine, but I didn't know they'd used it for like parrying or anything. Like that's rather fancy. But yeah, I don't have anything other than my questionable good looks. questionable is definitely what they are. Okay, I want to try and get my stuff back. How do I get him to do that? Bit worried. Oh, I can just roll into him. Perfect. I could have just recovered my lost souls, but that's fine. Okay, just roll into him seems to work. Cool, I figured it out. I'm boss fighting now, he's staggered. Just hit him an extra time. Back off. Okay, I didn't back off quick enough. Quickly heal. No, didn't heal, fine. Alright. Second attempt, that went a lot better. Basically, you don't parry, because parrying's completely pointless. Like, yeah, I don't think that'll work. I mean, yeah, it's quite a dramatic song, but to be fair, I'm practically new. So I'm happy enough with any music. Maybe it's dramatic for him. I mean, seeing someone coming at you like this, I'd say the boss music's for them. I'd run away. Like, I would not want to be putting up with that man. Anyway, use my ability. It lets me do mildly more damage. Perfect. Also, do you think if I murdered a guy down there with a spear, I'd be able to, like, get better equipment? Maybe? Just do a drop attack, then murder him. Does he drop items? No, seemingly not. That's a shame. Let's just go do the boss. Just eat a potion. There we go. Not drink, eat. I'm going to annoy everyone the best I can. That guy's wandering off, so he's not noticed me. Meaning, I can go murder him. There's a man there, I think, moving towards me. It might not have been, you know. I meant to roll, but I pressed the wrong button. I pressed A for some reason. Is Sekiro where you pressed A? I can't remember. I really can't. Anyway, Naked Michael Jackson versus this guy, round 3. Quickly pick up my stuff. All I do, roll into him. He can't hurt you if you're rolling into him. I didn't roll there, I thought he was only attacking twice. Okay, he hurt me there, I didn't roll quite correctly apparently. Okay, roll to his side seems to be what you do. Okay, that was just cheating, I definitely rolled there. Club him. No, I'm dead. I'm dead. Okay, round 3 didn't go well, but round 4, mark my words, we're gonna do it. Was the thing I chose at the start? Or there's Divine Blessing. The burial item, it was this set of black fire bombs. I've got no idea what they do. I'll save them for a fun occasion, probably. And by that I mean I will likely forget about them and never use them. So that'll be fun. They'll just be all shouting at me. And yeah, you're not wrong. I did immediately get hurt after I said that. That's perfectly fine though. It's all a learning experience. Don't know quite what I'm learning, but it's all a learning experience. Go into the boss to see what happens. I could. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I'm proficient enough at the game to actually remember that I've got them while fighting this man. I don't even know how to time them or anything. I mean, my rolls are amazing though, because I've got literally no equipment. I am incredibly light. I can roll around like a madman. I'm practically Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, that was not a good time to heal. Heal again. Look at me, Sonic the Hedgehogging about the place. Ouch. Sonic the Hedgehog with a club would be quite an interesting game, I feel. let's just heal up again. I'm sure I can beat this new phase entirely on the 1 health bar. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it is. This is the Dark Souls games. What, the Sonic the Hedgehog part? I'm not entirely sure what you're on about. I do like the rolling around though. Like, just how much can I roll with 1 stamina bar? Quite a lot. I'm very limber, it's quite worrying to see. You know, if it disconcerts me, I'll disconcert the boss. Roll, and that didn't quite work. He didn't pay enough attention, so there we go. This is gonna work. How much did the game cost? I think I got it on sale for about £13 or something. That was with the DLCs. I can't quite remember though, that was a while ago I bought it. I've had people recommending it to me for ages. Please throw a bomb. Fine, I'll throw a bomb at him. If I get a good chance, I'll throw a bomb. Oh, but you'll be sad if I don't. It's hard to pass up. There's 100 damage. That's not quite worth it, I don't think. I've only got 5 of them in the world. Let's just change back to my healing. Let's do a roll. Whack him in the arse. Perfect. Okay, I rolled at the wrong time for that, and now I'm dead. How much would it cost in euros? I've got no idea what the, like, currency... what's it called? Trying to remember. I've got the word on the tip of my tongue, like, different currencies worth different amounts and such. Not sure on difference of price. There we go. Exchange rate. That's the word I was thinking of. There you go. I figured it out. I promise, I'm not mad. I do have actual words in my brain at times, I just struggle to say them. Club him. There we go. I'm loving this. I've not even beat the first boss, I'm just going around as a naked Michael Jackson clubbing people. Like, what more could you want? Ooh, that didn't quite work. He did a second thrust. Okay, club him again. Back off. You know what? Use my ability. I don't know what it does, I'm using it. I think it's extra damage. Maybe extra posture damage as well. Okay, back off. Run in. I'm gonna whack. Keep on whacking him. Where the hell's he gone? Oh. There we go. Just clubbed him to death. Brilliant. I honestly did not expect that to go well that time. That was just me messing around clubbing him. But sure. Sure. I should really use my abilities more often apparently. That being the case, like, look at this man. How did he do it? His loincloth is on fire, which is mildly concerning. Should really put that out, that cannot be good. It's the only clothes he owns. He loses them. I'm quite worried about what we're going to lose by watching the game. In fact, out of curiosity. Like, simply curiosity. Can I just... He gets more clothes if you unequip the loincloth. What on earth? How does that work? That's not allowed, we're gonna go around like this. This is fine. Anything hidden away at the sides? Not anything there. We do have something here though. Glad I did do a small check. Broken straight sword. Open menu, yeah, I knew about that one. Got people there. If I drop down onto that one with the spear, the other one I should be able to just club. It's about here, wasn't it? Yeah. I stood on his head for a second there, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, this guy wants to be murdered. I was going to leave him if he stood still. But there we go. And we get... Homeward Bones. It's for home my pockets, because I'm going to forget we're there. We're never leaving. Probably takes me back to like the last bonfire I was at, I'd imagine. And equipment, is that... Yeah, that's a weapon. Okay. Should I equip a broken sword? I feel it's more fitting, but I just don't have anything. Oh, it's a dagger or something. Alright. I can use it in two hands? Okay, sure. I'm gonna try this. I don't think it'll be very good. In fact, I'm almost certain it won't be. It's a broken sword. But we have some willing test subjects. No, that very much isn't good. Okay, so that's probably a lot better if I have it like this. Oh no, that's just got terrible damage in comparison. No, never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna go back to my wooden stick. Here we are. Much better. I can embrace the caveman. We all know we wanted it. Also, is there stuff around here? Like, I didn't expect this to keep going. I also did not expect there to be like a zombie dog. I'm sorry. I just clubbed the dog to death. I feel terrible. But I feel I can say it was safe. It was safely within self-defense. Like, I mean, it did jump round the corner and try and bite me. I did club the dog to death, though. It was self-defense, but I clubbed it to death. I don't know if I'm the good person here. Bonfire will deliver thee to Lothric. Or is it Lothric? Can't remember. It's definitely one of them that was said. Yeah, there's nothing else up here. Looks like there's stuff on the other side though. There's windows which I could jump out of. And then possibly just die because it's a cliff the other side. Or, no, it's actually a window. The message... it's I can't take this. What? Does it mean the guy up there, is there someone up here who's like wanting to be freed? Don't know. There's a soul. Can't open that. That's got to be a shortcut. Once I get up there, maybe I can get into the tower. Can likely climb in this roof. Maybe I need to get there from somewhere else. I might be able to cheat it though. Give me a second. I do love cheating games. No, never mind. I'm not going to keep trying to jump up there. Don't think you get much in the way of verticality to your jump. Here we've got another one. Crab ahead. Crab? Is that a crab? Just walls. What crab? Sure, okay, I'm just gonna go to the way it clearly wants me to go, towards like that big throne in the middle. Actually, never mind. 5 thrones. This would be like those kings or whatever from the cutscene at the start. Alright.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I am a firekeeper.
She recognises me.
I tend to the flame.
She knows I'm Michael Jackson.
To thee. The lords have left their thrones and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side.
Ooh, I can level up.
Very well. Then touch the darknet, take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
Ah, so I get to sign my stats as I like. That's very nice. When did the vibrate? I just had to quickly check it. Apparently nothing much. Okay, I can level up 4 times. What do I want? Difference between endurance and vitality. Explanation. Here we go. Physical defense of our attributes. Maximum equipment load and such. Endurance, stamina. Alright. I mean, I have no equipment to speak of. I'm thinking put everything into strength, maybe? Improves attack. Improves attack strength. We have reduces damage taken while spell casting, or while falling. Spell casting's quicker. Improving your attack strength as well. Okay, so that'd be because weapons scale both strength and dexterity. Alright. Intelligence. I mean, I'll be honest, if I make Michael Jackson a mage, he is a magic man. So I'm thinking we might want to be doing this. Sorceries and pyromancies, miracles and pyromancies. I'm gonna go for sorceries, I think. That sounds fine. Go for a little bit of that, and for now we're gonna have strength and I'll add some vitality for good measure. There we go. Although, luck. What does luck do? Need an explanation. Item discovery, using in poison capabilities, resistance to curses. If it helps me find items I can actually do stuff, honestly. I'm gonna take some luck for now. I'm gonna regret doing this, but let's do it.
Farewell,
Michael Jackson is now even luckier. Oh, and we've got a man. Hello, man.
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones.
Guy seems a bit melancholy, doesn't he?
We're talking true legends.
Also, hello, Alfrax. You say luck build, but I'll be honest, I've got no idea what builds there are. Like,
Don't you think?
I really do not know. Like, this is my first time playing an actual Dark Souls game. Like, I've played a fair few Souls like this. I've played Neo, I've done The Surge, I've done, like, Sekiro by the same people who did this. The From Software people. So I've got a fair few games I've played which are Souls-like, so I've got a good idea of what I'm doing gameplay-wise. But as far as like actual builds go, I have no idea. I'm assuming a luck build, though, that would be, I'd imagine bleeding or poison, judging by what the description said. Oh, you can respec later. Thank God, I was really worried putting my stats into luck would have been a bad idea. Anyway, bone shards, I didn't have any. I did pick up some bones. Respec wound. I mean, I'm not gonna say no, but I feel you've got the wrong respec there. Oh, got a man, there was a hammer or something over there. I'll need to go look at him. For now, I have nothing. I am but a naked Michael Jackson. There's actually a surprising amount of people here.
To make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells.
I want
I've
spells.
lots of little things.
Yes,
and he
yes,
has
I
it.
don't care. Let me buy your spells. Oh, it's expensive. I shouldn't have spent everything on upgrades. I can buy a dagger. Ah, hello, Aka Nelson. That was it, wasn't it? Or is it Aka Nelson? I can't quite remember. I got it right once. I've forgotten now. You can tell I'm great at that. Anyway, soul dart, soul arrow, scimitar, short sword. Healing sounds useful. Dried flinger should only be used with the greatest of caution. Finger, not flinger. I misread that. Okay. I'll also buy a key. I might want to buy that at some point. It's a bit expensive though. Apart from that, yeah, I don't know what I want. I like the idea of getting an even bigger stick. I know that's not what it's meant for, but I want a bigger stick. Because right now we've only got this club. Okay, next we have, I'm assuming a blacksmith, you'll upgrade my weapons.
Well, a newcomer, I see.
Come here, really love listening. I can't. Humblesmith, forge weapons, search lava cinders, toilsome journey, require good arms. I've got puny arms. Look at how thin they are.
Such is my purpose.
Anyway, he can reinforce weapons. And additional items. Don't know what an additional item is. But yeah, we'll probably not be able to afford anything right now. Let's just find the way forward. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Where do I go? I assume go back to this room and there'll be a nice, obvious way to go forward. Like through here. Here looks like a way forward. Talk to him again for gesture. Will do. I mean, if I'm going to be doing this, we need to do it right. I need to get a gesture. Armor, seeing good health. I need smithing this day. Talk. Sword enough by and large, when overused will break. Durability is low repair. Use powder, simply rest.
Bring them me. I'll hammer them back. They take.
Okay, so weapons can actually break. I'm gonna keep talking to him. I'll see. There we go. That was it. I got myself a gesture now. I appreciate you letting me know. It's very kind of you, all Frax. Because, like I say, I know next to nothing about this game. And yeah, there's seemingly not a way back up. So, let's go. May want to law test us. Maybe I do. Apparently that's not the way forward, so I can actually go do that now. Do I do that at the bonfire? I'd imagine, if it's Estus. That doesn't look like bonfire. Maybe it's this woman. She seems to do a lot of stuff. Hello, yep. Talk? No. Leveling up? It's probably not it, is it? Yeah, leveling up doesn't do anything. How do you allot your Estises? I'm sure this is going to be infuriating for you for a while until I learn what I'm doing. I do apologise. Blacksmith, thank you very much. That is very useful. I don't like tabbing out to look things up in games, so I do generally rely on chat.
Just good to see what
Good seeing good health, good to know. Ah, a lot of my Estises. Entirely health. I have nothing but a club, I don't need anything else. So, where now? Because I am mildly lost. There's no obvious way forward. There's a big window there, but that's just the way to fall down. Freezing engraving. Ah, that's telling me who's on which throne. Okay. I'm not seeing anything. That's the way I came in up there. This way? I swear I went this way a second ago. Yeah, no, it's not this way, I don't think. I'm really confused. Where do I go? Can I just travel, maybe? Again, I do apologise. And... yes, it seems I can just travel. Okay, I got the right idea. There we go. I'm really hoping this isn't a DLC area and I've just done something terrible. Just imagine accidentally going to a DLC area. Your first time playing a game. Oh, Michael Jackson. He may be Michael Jackson, but he is only naked and has a loincloth and a wooden club. It wouldn't work, I don't think. This is an interesting room. Did I just climb up through the grate? Which apparently doesn't have any drainage. That looks like it's just cobblestones down there. It's a bad architecture right there. Can't believe it. Luckily this place is entirely sealed off, so we don't need to worry about any flooding. But here I am. Wherever here is. High walls of Lothric. Moonwalker, stop calling him Michael Jackson. I mean, the best I can do is I can do this. Is that a moonwalk enough for you? It's not really a moonwalk, is it? And I'll be honest, he doesn't even look much like Michael Jackson. What about we just come up with some different name for him? He can be Jekyll Maxon. There we go. Jekyll Maxon. This is estranged brother. Such a terrible name, I love it. He is Jekyll Maxon now. He may be called Poison, because that's what I named him before, but... action. Okay, just touch a bonfire. So, where does Jekyll Maxon want to go? We've got two paths. We have down this way. Looks mostly fine, just a bunch of people stretching down there. That's all good. Got one of those zombie dogs again. I could likely handle that way. Or we have giant dragon. I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna go this way. I don't fancy my chances against dragon right now. I'm not gonna lie. One of those dogs is definitely bigger. That worries me. Okay, I think I blocked it. I don't know. I took a fair bit of damage, but I probably could have taken more. Just club these guys. They may not be attacking yet, but it's a Souls-like game. They would. There's someone somewhere else? Up there. There's someone. Just murder. There we go. Use an Estus flasks, I need healing, and we need to take care of this archer. Yeah, there's a way to just get to him. I'd imagine you can attack him from behind, if you knew he was there beforehand. So do keep it in mind. Next, we have a man down there. Just club him from above. Continue clubbing him, don't let him attack you, please. No, he's got a big axe. There we go. I'm an expert at this, I promise. This is going horrifically. There's a man behind me, but I avoided him. Look at that. Just mashing him with a club. It's a luck build. I'm sure you can tell. Look how lucky I'm getting. How am I not dead? That's not even related to the in-game luck, that's just me being lucky. I'm a half tempted to just stick with the club the whole way. I really know I shouldn't. But just... I mean, it's so fun. Like, like I say, it's a horrible idea, I'm sure, but just whack them with a club. It works. It just works. I mean, yes, I got a halberd, but no, I've got a club. Much more exciting. Lord of Cinder ahead. Really? Doesn't look like it. Indeed. It just works. It's Todd Howard. I am the embodiment of Todd Howard, am I? Don't know what I did, but I think I did something good. Because they spurted out into a big old pile of goop. Did I accidentally kill someone important? Or potentially tough? I don't know. I mean, these guys aren't spurting out goop. I'm just clubbing them. And I'm having a grand old time doing it. I really don't feel like I'm the good guy though. These guys are just doing prayers. They're probably praying for my death though, so I think I'm within my right to murder them. Now, can I jump up there if I try? No, I can't. Well, it seems there was just a longbow this side. Nothing hidden there. Look, all of these guys are just vibing. If you get on about that one guy, I mean everyone will demand rights next minute. We're not allowed to give them rights. Then I feel bad murdering them. And yes, it is murder, because they are just going about their own business. Now, can I walk in there? Does not open from this side, so that's going to be a shortcut back to the little bonfire. Wait, alternate 1 well buffed, because I know of alternate 1, or the normal heavy attacks, but is there a different one? Ooh, there is! That's brilliant! I'm gonna do that from now on. That's much better than me just spamming out attacks like this. Like, did you see the speed in this guy? Like, look at him go! Like, I don't know what's going on, but neither will the enemies. That is a great tip, I'll definitely be doing that in the future. By the future, I mean now. Because it's like they say, the future is now. And all that. Now, are any of these guys going to get up? I'd imagine that one there. Potentially. No, they're cowering. They're cowering, that's fine. Okay, let's get this ready. Okay, I really did not need to do that. That was maybe a bit much, doing the big heavy attack. I can always use it in this, man. It's called some of these people to stand up. Just murder this one as well. I'm loving this. This is great. Why would you not want to be the Deprived simply so you can club people? I mean, sure, you could probably parry or something with literally any other weapon. But no, just dual wield a club, run around in a loincloth. It's perfect. I just want to check. Okay, no, Dragon is not getting up. He's not getting up, it means up here is probably safe. Deprived is your favourite starter class. Is that because you get to more spec it into your own thing, or are you just like a masochist, or how's this going? Because I'm a bit worried for myself here. Because, like I say, I really don't know a lot about this game. I know how to club people, and that's good. Yeah, that dragon, I am not expecting him to stay still. Can walk on the dragon, seemingly. I can also murder those two. Like, can I just mount the dragon? Not in that way. But can I? I just want to climb on top. I don't think you're supposed to, but that makes me want to even more. No, you're definitely not supposed to after seeing that jump. And I want to drop down there. Probably not. Naked strongman aesthetic. Yeah, I mean with arms like these, clearly. I like to think I'm just flailing around with a wooden stick I happen to find nearby. That's good enough for me. Are dragons like the gods of this universe? They might be? I'm not sure. I did see this man from down the stairs, so that's good. What have I got now? Binoculars. Can I just go bird watching instead? I want to go bird watching. That sounds nice and safe in comparison to what I'm currently trying to achieve, which I'm not even sure what is, to be honest. If I just get out my binoculars. Look at that. The dragon is dead. I'm sure it's dead, right? There's flaky bits coming off it. Couldn't possibly be one of those undeads that are literally around every corner. Couldn't possibly be coming back to life in a second to munch my face off or anything like that. Just for safe measures, just whack at his ankles. Okay, my club doesn't do anything. Good to know. Good to know. Let's just jump down here and... Oh, there's an item. I was thinking this just looked back to the front door, but I actually got something. Lovely. There's a man there. Hello, man. There's another man here. I heard him as he was hitting. So, like, perception. Clearly it's my strong suit. Spotted the hidden guy, but didn't spot the guy who was in hidden plain sight. Okay, this guy, he looks like a fine contender for a big old clubbing. Oh, that could have ended badly. There we go. I knocked him off the edge. Thankfully I didn't fall to my death. Okay, I can go back up if I want, so that means I'm meant to come down here. Okay, soul, and there's people. That man looks like a good man to just club, with my big old club and a lot ability. Okay, let's just get that back on. Just whack him. Oh, game struggled for a second there. Let's back off, because, oh god, the game's not having fun with something. What on earth is going on there? Why did I lose all my frames? Is the dragon coming back? Is that what's happening? Because it's really not happy with something. Like, I've got a beefy PC, this should be fine. That guy's back at full health. Just whack him normally. There we go. Seems to work better. This man, he's been a nuisance. He deserves to get a big whack. There we go. Not quite as big a whack as I wanted, but I'll be honest, with all of them people right there, I might just want to back off. Yeah, I'm just gonna back off. Ooh, dragon by the sounds of it. I've not looked. I'm dead. Okay, lovely. There is a dragon though. He was in fact not dead. When you have a hammer, everything's a nail. I can get behind that logic. That is more than fine by me. Yeah, now I have a good idea of where I'm going. This should be fine. I didn't even need to really heal. Yes, dragon spotted. It's like some kind of nature watch program, but instead of just looking out for dragons. Tried to lock the camera on, but it didn't work, so I guess I'm just murdering people off collateral. That guy's waking someone up. They deserve to be clubbed viciously. Oh, you can't change who you're targeting, like mid-attack. Alright, so I can just do a flurry of attacks into a group. I probably won't, but I can. I can. Good to remember. Next, there was someone just out and about. Might have been this man. Yeah, he's in armour. Just murder him. He's the one who got me when I dropped down from, I'm thinking, that window earlier. Also, something I should do is, I found the helmet. Perfect. I'm now fully nude, but I've got a helmet. Okay, no, I should also try out a different weapon, shouldn't I? Like, there's the Halberd. So apparently these... don't know what they are. They're clerics' sacred chimes. I'm assuming that's for, like, your miracles and such. That would make sense. Yeah, I do have a Halberd. And 16 strength and 12 dexterity. Yeah, it's like wearing a hard hat in a construction zone. It's something you should be doing. Mostly for your benefit more than anyone else's. Okay, stealth did not work. He's gotten stuck. He's no longer stuck. So give him a big old whack again. There we go. This time, heal up. I'm wanting to explore up here. Never mind, there's not anything up here. Just grab that. And I think, yeah, there was a ledge here, so I can just drop down. I don't need to use the ladder. I don't need a ladder. It's like protection for people who know they're going to fall. I don't need protection, I just know I'm going to fall. War cry, run up to this man. Dragon's about, don't know what he's up to, but he's about. Archer spotted me. Is this guy going to do anything? He is now. There we go. Murdered. And... hello? Where did you come from? Is it the dragon? Is the dragon maybe everyone's enemy and not just mine? Yeah, I'm feeling that's the case. Okay. Yeah, I kinda want to go grab the items, but I feel... yeah, that's meant for after you've somewhat gotten everything else, isn't it? Okay, that's not fine, I'll be honest, but I'm alive. I'm alive. Just heal again. Just dragging up to... he still really hates that bridge, or whatever it may be. That's fine, because I'm no longer on that bridge, and... he's screaming about something. Don't know what. We do have a knight here. Ouch. 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 Yeah, that went amazingly. I don't think I got a single hit in on that man. That's a bit of a shame. I had meant to roll behind him, but it didn't quite work out as planned. It's fine though, because if with every death, I'm sure I'm learning something. Don't know quite what it is. Also, I didn't think my war cry did any damage to people who were adjacent to me, so keep that in mind. Run up to here, club him. Don't know if you alerted people. Might have. Just continue to club everyone though. They're none the wiser until I've clubbed them. Yeah, that knight, he's not the kindest of folks, is he? Also, I don't think I even need to murder that guy. I will just use the ladder though. Just so if he does follow me, I can see. No, that's fine. Down the ladder I go. Next we have a couple of people over here. I want to murder one by the stairs first. So war cry, get extra damage, run towards him. Just do a roll or something. whack him. Surprisingly fast with this clip. I really don't feel like I should be. On him, and I think the dragon does blow his fire down here, so do get him to trigger that in a second. Yeah. Should be him about to do it, hopefully. Or not. Yes! Yes, very good. I kinda need him to do his fire down here though, I'll be honest. There's a lot of people and I need them to be set on fire. Mr. Dragon, give me a hand, please. I swear you did better before. Okay. This is fine. Murder. Okay, but it's my murder that happened. Yeah, the dragon does blow his fire down here. Maybe I need to do stuff mildly differently to avoid fire. I don't know. I've just lost like 2,000 souls, which I had when I got killed by that knight before, so that's fun. It's fun. Murder him. Good measure, I want to murder that guy there, but no. Just murder him first. He only takes the one hit. It's fine. Yeah, look at that. We are doing great. Even found some fire bombs. Not quite clothing. Yeah, you've got my thought process about right. Like, it's at the point where you've died, you start thinking, maybe something's gone wrong. Like, when you don't plan ahead, it's good enough to just assume something's gone wrong when you've died, from what little plan you might have had. Do this again, I need to go murder this man. Just give him a whack, he'll then try and attack me so I can just keep mashing at him. There we go. Next, this man. Club him. Just run away. So I don't know what the dragon's up to. Dragon? There we go. If I, like, coax him a little bit, it seems to work. A lot of people dying around here though. Yeah. Well, I'm not one of them yet, so that's fine. Okay, lock onto him if I can. No, that didn't work. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Oh, I didn't die. I'm amazed. I'm still annoyed the dragon came to life. He looked very dead before. I need to make sure at some point, because he's bound to be a boss, right? Like, we wouldn't have a dragon and then not let you kill him. Okay, round 2. Do a war cry. He's immediately murdering me. Drink a potion. Or flask, or whatever you want to call it. Is it technically a potion, or is it just a flask? Oh, he's doing a good job against me. Okay, just, I don't have as much reach as I'd like. That's what I'm finding is wrong, so I need to be rolling even closer in with these guys. There we go. He's been murdered. Oh, I've got some trousers. At long last. I'm no longer quite as nude. Kinda miss the loincloth, I'm gonna be honest. We're going back to it. This loincloth's a permanent part of what I'm using. I refuse to not be using this loincloth. It's not open from this side. That guy's awake. I thought he might have been dead. You know what? Just attack the dead. Like this guy. Probably not dead. Yeah. There we go. It's considered liquid essence with primal fire and drink. I mean, sure. It's just like having a double whiskey in a flask or something. Although it's probably a bit more than that. It'd be like a quadruple whiskey or something. I don't quite know. His aim is impeccable. Did you just see how he lunged right past me? What a skilled fighter. He's almost as skilled as I am. Almost. I want to at least hope that I'm better at it than him. I do have more. We have one there, one over there. There's bound to be one hidden amongst those crates. Before I go down, can I do anything up here? I can. There's some stairs. Do I want to? Just look around. No, the dragon is elsewhere. It's a bonfire. I'm glad I went up here. That is very helpful. I mean, I get to stay alive a bit longer now. It's definitely nice. Apart from that, we also have an item. I'm glad I explore things. This feels a bit mean though, having it out here. Do you see exploration rewarded? If I hadn't gone up here, if I hadn't noticed there's some stairs going up, I would have never found that bonfire. Okay, that knight comes back. Keep that in mind. This guy didn't do his big lunge this time, and maybe he didn't. Maybe he's learnt his lesson from last time that didn't work. Fanboy Friday counter actually shows the values. I can give it a go. Give me a second. There isn't a way to pause this game, is there? And I'm worried that knight's gonna come back. I'll check it in a minute. I can tell you we're at 1,500 bits out of the... it was 50,000? In case you're wondering, by the way, oh frax, Fanboy Friday. People in my chat have convinced me to buy a maid outfit and cat ears and such. I will wear it on stream once they've raised enough money for me to buy it. Because like hell I'm buying that myself. I'm not going to constantly stream in it, mind you. That's why it's only Fanboy Friday. It'll only be every now and again. Also, I heard someone down here is really angry about boxes or something. He just smashed a bunch. So I'm going to drink a potion and... it's one of those guys. I've beaten them before. You just go in and club them. It's like any other enemy. Just you watch. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna club him, and then I'm gonna die because I failed to club him quite right. Okay, that's him being half clubbed. Just murder, murder, murder. There we go. Pro Dark Souls player here. Did you see how efficiently I murdered that man? It's locked. Look good to know. Now, I've got two ways to go. From my understanding, there's a way up a floor to go, and there's also down here. I'll be honest, the further down I get, the less likely there is to be a dragon. How much is that in real life money? It was about £50, I think it was. Whatever that is in your regional currency. Yeah, I think down here should be safe enough. I'm gonna clear out this last room. I'm gonna hope that this is safe for me to go update that counter. I swear I had a look at it before, but I couldn't figure out anything. Give me a second. If I now tab back into the game, I'll let you actually hear it. I can keep doing my stuff. So to focus a different window. There we go. Fanboy Friday, here we are. Visual settings. Yeah, 'cause I want it to be able to display how much it is, but I swear it doesn't say anywhere. Yeah, and I can change style sheets, but that's not going to do anything. Layout, I can do condensed. Is that going to fix it? No, that's still a percentage. I'll go back to standard. I'll fit in better. Yeah, no, I can't figure it out. I can't. Can't tell you how much there is. Like, we're currently 1,501 bits towards 6,000 it needs in total. So we're getting there. One day you will be able to see me in a maid outfit with cat ears and a choker and all the fun stuff involved with all of that. Back to this for now. I need to go back to my flasks, which apparently... No, that's an ashen flask, it's empty, never mind. I still do have my healing ones. It's a bit worried there. Yeah, it's counted in bits. That's the thing. It's just something built into my Streamlabs. I'll mess around with it later. I'll see if I can find the better way to do it. Maybe we'll find like an external thing. The total, I need to get 6,000 bits. So that'd be like 60 US dollars, which is £50 roughly. So that would pay for it. Oh, there's a man. I'll read the message. Friend ahead. Club's at the ready. Locked. Well, damn it. Guess I can't club him. Not yet. Is that really all that's down here? I come all the way down here for a friend I can't even go and talk to. Can't believe it. Antisocial gets. I'd talk to someone if they came up to my jail cell if they've been stuck there for ages. I mean, even if they did look like this, maybe not if they look like this actually. It's quite worrying seeing a man running around like this. But yeah, this is fine. We're approachable, right? Don't know why you'd approach this person, but I'd approach them. Try jumping off. But I've just been down there. Okay. Cool. Am I counting taxes the minimum value Twitch needs to give a payment? Yes, I am in fact. I'm actually not far off getting my next payment from Twitch. I think I'm 30 US dollars off? Might be less than that, might be more like 25. But yeah, I'm not far off from getting my second payment from Twitch ever. Oh, it's amazing. I'm able to call myself professional if it's my main source of income, which it is because I don't have a job since I'm a university student. I don't really have time for that as well as doing the streaming. I value streaming over money. I shouldn't, but I do. I mean, well, I was about to say, in a job you can't club someone to death, but you could, but only the once. Only the once. You lose that job very quick. Unless you club just the right people. Is that another dragon? There's two dragons. They friend dragons. Once I get them both resurrected, I'll be like, oh, we're all so happy now, we're going to let you just go by. Don't you worry. I appreciate you helping us out. It's not going to be like that, is it? It's definitely not. Oh god, I'm just going to jump down here, dragon's going to wake up and it'll just bite me or something, so I'm just going to run. Just get ready to murder these men. Murder. Murder. Ooh, that one's a bit more vicious. Ouch. Okay, there's apparently a roof there. I was a bit worried I was about to fall off. Should have been more worried about this man though. That's entirely my fault, I feel. That's fine. Need to go down here, go down one more floor. Go through this. Here we are. Back at where I just died, practically. Now where did that man come from earlier? He comes up the ladder. Alright. Let's just knock him down. Do that. There's another man who fell down after me. Just get him too. There we go. don't trust the dragon. Can't do anything though. Critical foe ahead. Which one was it? It's that one curled up there. It might be. If I just stay away, is it fine? If it says critical foe, it means I can get up behind him. Just murder him potentially. Grab this. And I mean, I'll take whatever this is. That looks fancy. What was it? A raw gem. Either valuable or a collectible, I don't know. Either way, it's quite fancy. Can I sneak up on this man? Because I can't quite tell. His back is a lot lie. No, never mind. Never mind. I tried to do something, it didn't work. God, he does a lot of damage. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I can manage here. What I do is I go pick up my souls and I leg it. I just run as fast as I can. I'm not beating him with a club. Like hell I'm beating him with a club. I mean, I'd love to, but I'm not going to manage. Also over here we get to drop down and murder a man. There we go. Have this guy drop down after us. He's not very good at surprise attacks. Next, there is an item in there, that's meant to just draw you in. But last time I was fine enough going around. So I want to do that. It's him. It's that one standing there that I want to go murder. If I get myself killed here, I'll be able to get my stuff back a lot easier next time. Oh god, there's a lot of damage. Maybe I should put on some trousers. Maybe that would help. But, I mean, you don't need trousers, do you? I mean, I really should probably put on some armour. I should probably also use a better weapon. But no, just club them. Clubbing them seems to be working fine. I can upgrade the club as well, so I will be doing that as soon as I get materials. Club him from above. Climb up here. Yeah, there's a man who wants to come down. Hello, good sir. You're climbing down the ladder. Just slid into me, forget. Can't believe it. I'd never slide into someone. I never even knew you could slide down a ladder. Bet you hold like B or something. It's as if you're running. That guy there is coming after me. Yeah. So what I do is send. Is he gonna come after me? No, he's lost interest. That's good. That's good. Guy here just wants to murder me. So give him a big old club. I didn't quite land that correctly. Club him more efficiently this time. Ouch. Okay, heal. Possibly a boss down there. Looks like a boss arena. Could be like a mini boss. Don't quite know. What I do know is I can club a man, so I will. Another man's just volunteered to be clubbed. They really know what I'm after. I think. Okay, yeah, fair enough. That's worth seeing, I feel. I did not expect to be seeing that from a Dark Souls message, I'll be honest. Oh Christ. This looks like I can unlock a shortcut maybe, so I'll go this way. Mostly because I saw one of those knights the other day and I'm quite nice. Club them. Use a flask, make sure I'm on decent health. And that looks like something in here. It's an enemy. Murder them. Don't want them surprising me. Nothing worse than surprise from behind. Oh. More throwing knives. What do we get here? Titanite shard. Still no key for the alleged friend who is locked up. Well, I guess we're fighting the night through here. Let's use a camera to our advantage quickly. He's just there. He's coming around, isn't he? He won't hear me if I just do a cry, will he? He definitely heard that, didn't he? He knows something's up. Oh, he's changed his mind. He's happy enough. No, I went out too soon. Alright. Just murder, murder, murder. Murder. Nope. I'm the one being murdered. I'm sorry, good sir. Please, I didn't mean it. I just wanted to murder you. That's all. I didn't mean anything by it. And I'm dead. God damn it. Oh, he's gonna be an annoying one to get to. Possibly if I'd went into like the room he'd started patrolling in, I would have been a lot better off. I got stuck at that wall. I do think I need a weapon with longer reach though. I really do. Anyway, do this for now. Murder him. Get our friend. Club him. Yeah. Everything is fine. We have that man up there who's somewhat higher up in his knees than the others. We need to be watching out for him. Potentially, if I'm quick enough, I can just get up behind him. Yeah, that seemed to work. I'll maybe do that in the future. You just keep doing your praying. I saved you all. You don't know it, but I saved you. What's this saying? Jumping. Is that... It's a bad idea, isn't it? I should not jump there. That is a terrible, terrible plan. Although, there's an item down there. And on the roof there. Potentially, jumping might not be as bad an idea as I think. Yeah, there's a ledge there for something. I kinda want to go get those souls I just lost. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I'll give this some other time. I'll need to come back. Let's murder this guy. Dodge. Murder. 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 I think I knocked that guy who was climbing over down. Did he fall down there? Yeah, he's trying to come back up. I'm just waiting. He'll be back any second. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't think he'd fall off. I was just wanting to hit him after he finished climbing up the ladder. That's annoying. I'm not happy about that. I feel I somewhat deserved it, but I'm not happy about it. Anyway, do this again. There we go. Over that man. He jumped on my head. That's surprising. Didn't know you could do that. Falling to death. So. Yeah. You'll get used to that. I will say when I've messed up. You'll be all much aware yourself. But I'll definitely vocalise the fact. Those guys don't even say thanks. But yeah, I've lost a big pile of souls I'd built up, so I guess just jump down here. Okay. Jump down there, do an attack on him, and it might soften the landing. Okay, I'm building up a plan here. It's probably not a good one, but I have a plan. But I've no idea if it will work. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Step 1, do that. Step 2, wait for him. Give him a kick apparently. Didn't even know you could kick him once. Next, we need to go murder this guy up here before he does his little transformation. Nope, I was too late. Just that. Next, wait for this guy to come along. That guy will probably come to me in a second. No, he's happy waiting. It's fine. Lock onto that enemy. No, didn't quite work. Waited too long, I feel. Okay, we are building up a plan though. I'm just going under the assumption though that hitting someone while falling somehow makes me not take damage from falling. I very much doubt that's a fact, but I'm gonna hope it is. Because you do get like a special attack animation. There are a few games that do stuff like that. Okay, next, go up to this man, slow down, and go. Big old whack. Only gets you the 30 souls that. Even if he has all that fancy stuff inside of him. And wait here. I don't really need to do a big jump. Wrong way, wrong way. I'm very much dead. That big bulky guy in the armour, he just stared at me like, what on earth happened? Just as someone plummeted down from above. I feel that's the appropriate reaction. I think I'm the one who's not doing this right. Like, I'm definitely in the wrong here, haven't I? Just jumping down from a roof. No, I don't want to do that. I would like to pillage. Ooh, armour! I can get some armour finally. Still have the loincloth. I will not get rid of it. I refuse to. Get back to here, murder him, makes it feel a lot better. Next, I need to try and do this jump just a little bit better. Like maybe not fall to my death. The ideal anyway. To run up here, get a straight line. No, that didn't work either. Getting close, damn it. I'm getting close. I will manage this, and then I'll find out it's not actually worth doing. But I'll be honest, it probably isn't worth even trying to do. There's not going to be anything in there, is there? Nothing worthwhile. Maybe there's a less bone-shattering way. There probably is, you know. I really should not have looked at the chat at that exact moment in time. That was a bad move. Just think back to earlier when I was doing good at the game and wasn't continually dying over in this one spot while trying to achieve something very much achievable. But yeah, I think I get what you're saying. I'm gonna stop just essentially bashing my head into a brick wall. And yes, you are a very good distraction. I'm gonna stop like looking at chat and actually reading stuff. I'll just see vaguely what the message is. That'll be good enough. I'll just go off of the assumption of what they're saying. I mean, you're probably either complaining about me being bad at the game, or you're offering advice. It's one of the two. Wouldn't expect anything else from Twitch chat. Okay, but something I do need to do. Grab that. Ooh, some fire bombs. I already have some of them. So the starting stuff I chose. Thought they sounded like they'd be decent enough. Murder. There we go. They have all been murdered. And not meant to use the flask. I'm used to having you pressing down to use a flask or something. Anyway, they've been murdered, but where did I go last time? I went into here, didn't I? This is where I want to go. That's what I do. Go up here. Murder him. Murder this. I'm going to assume Light Woman, just because of the handmaid people in Sekiro. They walk around with a link as well. There is a corpse in those urns. Undead Hunter Charm one. How is that? I should not look at my items here. There is a knight who passes by. I should at least clear out this area and just hide in this bit. Tried to lock on, but it worked well enough. Okay, hide here. What on earth was that Hunter Charm? Prevents Estus recovery within a limited area. Okay. So I come across an enemy who's using Estus flasks and think I'm good enough to not need them myself. I've got it covered. Yeah. Let's get a buff on. Murder this man. Ouch. He's being very mean. My rolls aren't as fast as I like as well. Am I actually doing rolls slower than before? I don't know. It's just whack man though. Yeah, if I get in for 2 proper goes at him like that, we're fine. He's not as bad as I think he is he? He staggers surprisingly easily. I should not be panicking so much about them. Hell is that ghost doing? Rolling around. I kinda want to roll this way. It's over here. Do we have anything? I mean, got an item. It's good enough for me. So I back off and there's nothing triggering, so yeah. There's not an ambush. I expect there to be an ambush behind those crates at the back. I'm amazed there wasn't. Yeah, this looks like the mildly safer route to be taking. I mean, that is definitely a slower roll, isn't it? I'm taking my shirt off. Not in real life, like, don't get hopeful. Yeah, that is so much better. Anyway, there was an enemy in there. I mean, I know encumbrance is a thing, like, I've played a fair few roguelikes, I do know it's a thing. Normally, they'll tell you somewhere. I'll put this back on, does it actually say? No, it doesn't. Equipment load, I'm going to assume you need to have like under 15% of your max load to have it going at peak like rollability. That would make sense. So I'm just going to run around with a helmet, that's fine. Arguably though, I could take the helmet off and put on a shirt. Ah, and I appreciate you complimenting me on murdering a knight. He definitely seemed a lot more threatening than he turned out to be. So I'm glad I managed to murder him. That's a chest. Can I just open this? Can. Keep pressing B and I don't know why. Dodge that. Alright. Next, man on the ground. He has armour, so he's actually a proper enemy. There we go. Hopefully his friends won't notice his corpse just falling down. Something else I could do is apparently from up there you're able to drop down to the other side of this balcony. That, because of the broken banister just by where my head is, would let me get a drop down onto that guy with the halberd. Do I want to do that? I'm thinking I do. Give me just a minute, I'm gonna need to go all the way back up. This is fine though, I can make my way back up. You're fine. It's all good. Just wait until I drop down. Then things are gonna stop being good. I promise. Okay, down here I've gotten stuck. Oh, there's a chest. I almost missed that. Straight sword. I want to try using a straight sword. I'm gonna say no, because I can't use it. It needs faith. Surprisingly enough. Actually quite a powerful sword though. That's more powerful than what I've got. It's better guard absorption. Higher weight. Better scaling. Yeah, I'll go with that in a minute. I just need to get 2 more points in faith, which I can do if I get to bonfire and just travel back. Here's a man. What's he doing? He's patrolling down the stairs. Let's just wait a moment. That's what I've got. We've got a dog. Might notice. Dog might notice. There's another man going about. I think that's the guy who goes outside, yeah. I wait for him to be outside in his rotation. But no, that's the man who goes outside over there. So we've got 2 people with axes. I like the idea of using this part I spotted to drop down. I don't really have another option right now. I'm dropping right into the middle of all of the enemies. I'm starting to think this might not be a good plan. I'm kinda dedicated to it at this point though. Unless... No, I'm not making that jump, am I? Well, I've got a plan. Let's use it. Wait for this guy to come back. He's probably an issue. On his own he's fine, but in a group he very much could be an issue. That didn't do as much damage as I'd hoped. Okay. While I'm doing a backstab, that's fine. Ouch. Ouch. Roll away. Roll away. We've got a dog to worry about. I need to heal. Dog's murdering me. Yep. I didn't think that would work. I definitely predicted that. Okay, I'm thinking being surrounded by enemies is worse. I'll take them to stairs. That'll do. That'll do. Properly scouted that area out though, and then it all failed. I feel I should have done a better job there. I really should have. But I mean, that's not my fault that I'm just bad at the game, is it? That's nothing to do with me. Is this guy really bothered about me? Nah, he doesn't seem to care. He's just guarding the ladder. You do you. You do you, my good man. Murder him. Just because he murders me. Oh, that's the sound of this man. He's come back. Ouch. Die, please. There we go. Use a flask. And yeah, just kick his body off. That's always fun. Next, I could just go straight through. That guy's not going to follow me. Another crossbowman up there, we don't need to worry. We have a knight about to come through here, so doing my little war cry. I accidentally did it twice. That just means it's twice as potent, right? I didn't waste it. Oh, that guy with the bow did follow me. He's currently shooting at me. Just a little bit. Just murder him before he murders me, please. No, he's just hitting me with a shield. That's fine. That's fine. I about got him. I panicked mildly because of a crossbow guy, but honestly that guy didn't really do much. I should have not been worried. But oh well, I only lost like 600 souls. I'll never get the level ups. To be fair though, you can't level up at a bonfire, you need to go all the way back to that main hub area by the looks of things. So. I don't know if I'm going to bother leveling up. This is probably as strong as I'm ever going to be. Oh, that didn't help. Just run. Just run. You'll lose interest. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Just ignore him. He doesn't care. He's just here because he wants to sell me, like, home insurance. So he's asking about the car accident that I was involved in that wasn't my fault. That's all. He's not evil, he's just of questionable morality. That's all. Use my war cry. We need to get into him again. Wait for him to come out. Pull in. Give him a whack. Keep on whacking. Staggers him. Move away, get the stamina back. Yeah, there we go. That's worked surprisingly well. And no, that guy didn't come to the door, he just has a line of sight all the way through here. Okay, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Next, I'm not going to use my plan from before. I know I skirted it out. I know it's a plan. I'm not doing it. It's not leaving me in a good situation, dropping down into the middle of a bunch of enemies. Instead, just make my way around here. Murder this guy again. Want to make sure we don't have anyone else coming up to murder us while we're murdering everyone else. Okay, let me think. That door down there, that's where one of these axe guys comes through. Does he come far enough in for me to actually hit him? No, he goes to just outside this bit, balcony. Alright, well, get him some other time. We'll go around here for now. Now, do we have stones or something I can throw to get people's attention? On Sekiro you could. There's various other games where that's a thing you can do. Murder these guys. Ouch. Maybe not. They've murdered me. The dog's easy. The Halberd guy I can take when I'm on my own. But I can't take the two of them at once. I need to get better at fighting crowds, I think. I'm too used to picking off single enemies and fighting them. I don't know if this is a game where you can really do that. They seem to aggro in groups. Not always big groups, but groups. You need to be careful about that. I heard... No, it wasn't an item. Never mind. Thought I heard an item drop. Go up to this man. Murder him. I really do not trust him. I'm not waiting for him to transform ever. Although he's only killed me when I've tried to kill him. Also something I could potentially do, seeing as there's writing up there. No, you can't. You cannot jump up there. Alright, heal back up to Halberd and go fight Mr. Knight. Just roll through some tables, preemptively break them so I'm not getting caught in the rain. Do a war cry. Oh my good sir. No, I rolled too far. Ouch. Okay, that's more like it. I can just smash him from this distance. I'd like to use a potion. Yeah, now's my chance to use a potion. I got hit in the back while doing it from that archer outside. Just mash, we'll hit him. There we go. But archer does move. I didn't know he strafed. Let's keep an eye on that in the future, potentially. But we're doing this. We're managing. I forgot about him. Every other time I've spotted him before he jumps out. Not this time. Can't believe it. I'm really letting myself slip here. Okay, let's keep at what we've been doing. Thinking use my strategy to get rid of the Halberd guy is a decent strategy. I just need to immediately run away after. If you could drop down and get like a critical attack, that'd be nice, because it would give you a chance to actually see what's happening. But no, it's just a regular attack that does more damage, I feel. And wait for that guy to go down this time. I don't want him chasing me up. Next, we've got a dog. Get his attention. Okay, I thought I'd gotten far enough away. I apparently hadn't. Just backing off manually didn't work. So last of my healing. I do not like the fact I've used last of my healing. Anyway, next, get him. He is fine enough to deal with on his own. Not in a group, on his own he's fine. Just mash at him, I'll keep staggering him. There we go. He is down. My tactic of just clubbing him to death as hard as I can is paying off. Next, go up to this man. I wanted to go up slowly, apparently went a bit too quickly. It's fine, just keep clubbing him. Back off. Do the big jump. There we go. Item in here, I need to break them apparently. Titanite shard. Probably something useful, I've genuinely got no idea. Anyway, next, there I believe was an item out here. No, there wasn't. This is just a way to look down at him. Even a way to drop down to get to him. Potentially a good way to go for Death Blow. Oh, not Death Blow, that's Sekiro. Never mind. Critical Blow is what I meant to say. Great Axe is a rare drop. Oh, that's the luck build coming in. Like, all of this luck I've invested in. Finally, it's paying off. I'm keeping an eye on my stamina now, so I can definitely roll out afterwards. It's definitely worth having a retreat as an option. It's actually a rare drop though, to get the Great Axe, because if it is, I mean, I'm convinced enough to go over to it. Never mind, 32 strength. Never mind indeed. I'm not doing that. Like hell I'm getting 32 strength anytime soon. Like hell I'm managing that. Next we've got a dog. Can I get a critical blow on a dog? 3 to 4% base chance. That is a relatively rare drop. You don't even come across enemies all that frequently. So yeah, fair enough. That is a somewhat rare drop. I can't help but notice I just got a cell key. I remember a cell that had a person in it who was described as a friend by a mysterious note. One of those ones. So I'm gonna want to make my way back out. Do want to murder this guy, because he'll shoot me while I'm going up the ladder, I'd imagine. So there we go. Get rid of him. Don't want to jump back, I want to climb up. Yeah, this guy up here was murdered, I'm safe to retreat. I'm really hoping this is actually worthwhile, going back here. Chances are, this is just some dialogue or something. So I want it. If I've got a key, like hell I'm not using it. Ouch. Forgot there was a man in there. Well. That's fine. That's fine. I got mildly caught off guard, but I died close enough to the bonfire. It's all good. Oh god. This is going to be a long streaming series, isn't it, if I keep acting like this? Maybe this guy is the guy who dropped down I just fought. I don't know. I don't remember there being a guy who stood in the middle of the floor, unless... No, that'd be this man. That's the man who came down to me. Cover my loot. There should be someone else. Yeah, here's the someone else. What you doing? Ouch. Ouch again. Must be getting close, you remember this place. Oh, you probably just remember it because I've been through here numerous times and died a couple of them. Okay, this guy, I can manage, just do that. Roll in, never mind, just murder him. Let's back off. Then back off well enough. That's not great. Yeah, I had assumed that was the joke. They'll stop remembering it eventually though. Like at some point, you will be like, where is this place? I've got no idea where you are. I'll likely be the same because I'll be lost. I'm really hoping I never get lost in a Souls-like game. I think if there's any games that's happening and it's like this, because I mean a lot of them tend to have better mechanics for moving around than just you run mildly faster. I mean yeah, running mildly faster is nice and all, but I'd hardly say it's enough to really win you the game. Do my little war cry, get that. You have no memory of this place. Oh yeah, that'll be me in a minute. That'll be me in a minute. Don't you worry. I swear I should avoid that. I've murdered him anyway. Take that, man. Don't have names, do they? I'm just gonna call him man. It seems a bit rude, but I mean, what else could I call him? Halberd guy, is that any better? I wouldn't say it is. Murder him. And yeah, we've got one last guy I want to lock on, please, camera. There we go. Should be safe to go down here now. Now, can I open it? I can. I did a little side area and found a man. I really want to beat him to death. Because I want his hat, I'm not gonna lie. No, I'll be nice.
Ah. You're no jailer, are you? No, you're from far away. And judging by the bell, you must be some of that unkindled ash. Remarkable.
I accidentally misclicked, so I guess he's dying
What
now.
the devil is it now?
No, he's not dying! Oh no!
One bloody time. Curse the
Oh no!
gods.
Oh no! I thought he'd be immediately aggroed, but no, apparently if you misclick they made it, they don't actually aggro. Oh no, I shouldn't have murdered him. Or gone in for several more attacks at least. I've just got a club and a hat. No, don't do it, my good sir, please. Go away. I know I'm the one in the wrong, but stop it, please. Stop it. Stop it, please. No. I feel like such an arsehole, this is great. Just die. I'm not asking for a lot from you. Am I actually gonna beat him, like, first try? I'm thinking I might do. Well, I'm out of Estus Flask though. Okay. Oh no. Oh, he got me! Damn. Damn. Wait, what do they say? Oh god. What the hell is he on about? The cornered rat will lick the balls of a cat. What on earth? Who says that? I want to know. I need to hunt them down and stop them from saying it. I do not like that phrase. Okay, big wind up attack. I'll just hit him normally. Next down here, we need to beat Mr. Halberd. I'm gonna hope this guy's no longer aggroed. I really hope he is. I didn't mean to attack him, I want to listen to what he has to say. Hello, Mr. Man. Okay. Murder, murder, murder. Okay, I got them all in one go. That's fine. That is a cursed set of emojis or emotes or whatever you want to call them. I do not enjoy this. Such a weird expression though. Who the hell came up with that? Is that just the devs or is that actually an expression? I'm really hoping it was just the devs who came up with it. Is this guy still wanting to murder me? Yes. Oh no. Okay. Okay, I can do this. Just get myself ready. Doesn't know I'm here. No, he knows I'm here. He very much knows I'm here. It's murder. 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 Run away. Run away. Like Sir Robin. I can do this. I'm oh so bravely running away. I managed to stop him doing his attack. Just keep running away after I get my flurry of attacks out. Oh, I've got my attack buff on. He's just throwing stuff at me. I've lost my camera lock. Oh, he's staggering me. No, don't you do it. No. He needs to throw a single knife at me, that's me dead. No, I'm dead. Stop saying it! Don't say it again, please. For the love of God. I don't want to hear it. I'm hoping this guy drops something good though, because I'm really feeling bad about murdering him, so I want it to be worthwhile. So I don't like murdering NPCs in Souls-like games. They have a lot of personality to them usually. Hey Super Jesus. And before he drops one dung pie. Oh no. Oh no. Is he really not going to drop anything good? So what you just said there makes me worry he's not going to drop anything good, is he? Ooh, that guy can just one-shot you. I meant to roll, but I pressed the wrong button. Here. Well, there goes the 1,600 souls or whatever that were down there. Ah, for the love of God. Noisy, you haven't fixed. Alright. That's good to hear, that it might not be anything too terrible that he drops. I'm hoping it's something good, but I'm not gonna assume it's something good. He does have a red name, so it makes me think I'm not supposed to be fighting him. Like, that's normally something you'd give to someone who's tougher than what you're meant to be fighting. Guy just turned around. See? He'd look the other way again if I leave it. No. Apparently not. Okay. It's got here, who are we fighting? Man who I freed from his cell. I put the controller down for a second and accidentally started murdering him, so I thought I'd have to continue. Apparently you're allowed like a few free hits though before he starts fighting back. So I didn't have to murder him. But I guess we just are. So that's good. I do feel bad though, I do not like murdering NPCs in games. Well, if it's an enemy, sure. If it's someone who wants to fight or is provoking you, sure. But I don't like fighting actual people. I don't know what his name is, I'll see if I can guess it. Someone of Undead Town. Or something like that. Where's his name? Undead Settlement. Yeah, Grey Rat. Grey Rat seems to be his name. Run away! Run away! Gonna hide up here for a second. Is this guy someone I should not have started fighting? So I might do this off stream if that's the case. Like if he actually does good stuff for you. Because I didn't mean to fight him, is the thing. I just accidentally put my controller down and hit him. And thought I'd have to continue. He's a vendor? Oh no. I like vendors. They give you stuff. Or sell you stuff to be more precise. See, he's stuck behind the chair for a second. Great. Just keep murdering. Keep murdering him. I can do this. Okay, what's he drop?
Forgive me, Mother.
Yes. Oh no.
Forgive me, dear.
Oh. I feel terrible. He dropped a ring. That was it. You're supposed to move to the lobby waiting area, please. Once you free him. Oh no. What did he even give me? He gave me a ring. Increased damage absorption when HP is low. Sure. He also dropped his ashes. What did I do with his ashes? I feel like a terrible person. Shrine Handmaiden will prepare new items. Maybe I still get his items. That's a possibility. I hadn't considered that as being even a possible thing. Okay, I need to go see what new items I get. I need to see if I've completely bollocks this up or not. Like, would he normally have good items for sale, or is he just a vendor? Because if he had good items normally, I will replay this. Like, I'm not that far through the game yet. Like, I'm happy enough to replay this if I need to. He had something I want to loot. I must loot. Alright. It's up here, I believe. Yeah, we get to bonfire. I'm gonna go back. Get what he sells from Grandma. Okay, so I don't have to worry. Thank God. I genuinely did get concerned there. And I want to go to Firelink Shrine. Like 15% more. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. That's fine. Alright. First, talk to this person. I need to do something quickly before I forget. 2 points in faith. I need 2 points in faith. God damn it, I don't have enough. Okay. You can use like the souls I've been picking up, can't you? I use some of these. Plus 50, it's not much. Probably better setting these to a shortcut rather than going in each time. Oh well. There's been lots of meta armor stuff and fire bombs. So nothing too important. I've already got plenty of fire bombs.
Very well, then taken.
That's fine. That's fine. How did I do it? I said to level up. Apparently I couldn't do it from that angle. Oh? Yeah, now I can do it. Perfect. Okay, I need another... Yeah, I need actually a fair bit more. But I'll do one upgrade. How much is next? Yeah, 757. I need to use
Farewell, Ashen
you.
One.
Use. Okay. Thank you for that. I'm honestly really happy to know that's the case. If I use 2 of them, I'll assume they're like 100 each. They were 200 each. I needed 1 of them.
Welcome, Heartspeak. Very
Well,
well.
that's
Then touch
fine
taken
as well, I guess. No point in complaining. Anyway, use that. Can now use that fancy sword I found, which was hidden out of the way. It's got to be a good item.
May the flames guide.
Equipment, weapon, this one. Doesn't scale as well with strength, but it has better base damage and such. So let's see. Just a big sword. Seems good. You dual wield it. Big sweeps. Not dual wield, you two-hand it. Go into stance. Lets you do that. That's fancy. And then your heavy attacks doing that. And the stance, heavy attacks, a big thrust. Alright. Cool. I can get used to this. Seems like a decent sword too. I do like the floating, like, scabbard for it as well, so it's clearly magical.
Ah, well, how many?
I would like to give her some ash, because I accidentally murdered some.
Passing fine ash thou hast given. And awfully warm at that. Almost as if it had lived mere moments ago.
Don't guilt trip me.
Forgive an old
Please
woman's
don't
eye.
guilt trip me, old woman. I can't be dealing with
I'm
this.
sure an ashen one such as thee would never indulge such base contrivances.
Okay, cool. I can buy like throwing knives now. I'm not happy. I didn't mean to do that. I don't like it. Anyway, let's just ignore all of that. What can I buy? Nothing particularly good really. Thief mask might be better than what I have. Is there a way to compare? Don't think there is, no. It's a shame. I'll just assume I'm fine with what I have. I can't really afford anything anyway.
Ashen one, be sure
Okay,
to bring...
let's leave. I need to test out this sword, and we've got maybe 20 minutes left of the stream, so let's hope this goes well. I got some stuff for... Was that the blacksmith? Or who's Andrew? I don't know, I'll go back for it, I'll have an ask around. If it's for blacksmith, if I can upgrade some of my stuff, namely the club, I will go back to using it. I really enjoyed just clubbing people. I really shouldn't. Well met, good to see you, good health, yep. Yes, I can upgrade. Ooh, plus 11. But for the club, plus 16. From... in fact, no, that's base damage then plus your bonus. This one's just generally better. Okay. I can upgrade this sword. I need to move on to using a proper weapon. Fuse. Okay. Ooh. I could put my gem into it. That would increase physical attack. The other one, refined gem, would... What would the refined gem do? That looks worse. A higher bonus from my attributes is what that would do. Seemingly, it goes from 7 to plus 12. While the physical attack goes down. Okay. Might be worth doing that. I just imagine refined gems are just something you find. I have raw gem though. I'll need to use that once I have enough souls. That's like 1,000.
Be careful.
In fact, I have 63. How many of these do I have? I can do it now. Sure, I'll do it now. Let's just do all but one. I think that should be about enough. I didn't quite pay enough attention, I'll be honest. I hope it's enough. It's not, I need 100 more.
Be careful.
Okay, items. Use selected. There we go. That's us now got just enough. Fuse. Okay, I hope I like this weapon. That actually removes the bonus from stats. Is that worth it? I'm gonna say yes. Yes, I'm gonna say that's worthwhile for now. And reinforce Estus. Yeah, 'cause I did find the shard. I'll do it again. No, I didn't find any more. Lots, yet they're allotted correctly.
Be careful.
And I do have quite a few of them, yeah. A lot is correct. Anyway, I now have somewhat faster attacking weapon if I use it one-handed, but I'm gonna stick two-handed. It's just quite fun. So, travel to here. Let's try it out. If I'm able to now one-shot people, then it's a good improvement. If not, then the club was fine enough, I'll be honest. Might want to invest in more stamina though at some point, because this does seem to use up more than the club. In fact, no, it uses the same as the club. Never mind. Never mind at all. Okay. That guy should be a good test subject. You're gonna jump out at me? And we're gonna throw stuff. Ooh! Okay, yeah, that is a big improvement. It was about 83 while I was buffed before. That's doing 110 now, while unbuffed. Although, I'm unable to buff myself, is the main concern there. Yeah, this seems good. I'm happy to keep using this. Is this where I meant to go? No. Yes? Yes, this is where I meant to go. There's a man there. So let's try out my big thrust. Yeah, that's quite powerful. And now we need to do the heavy attack variant of that, see what it's like. Ah, I've got a willing test subject. 164, yeah, that's a good attack for an enemy who's just in an annoying spot. It seems to move you forward as well. Anyway, don't forget this man. Stab him in the back. And I think that leaves us with fighting Big Gaiden there. That's the next place to go. Can't think of anything that I've missed. No, I haven't missed anything, I don't think. I took a bit too moment to think about that. A bit too long a moment to think about that is what I meant to say. A bit too moment. What does that even mean? Yeah, murder him. Murder these guys. Or be murdered by them. Brilliant. Yes, the friendly NPCs don't stand a chance now. Not that I want to murder them, but not that I won't try to murder them at some point. I mean, I am definitely up for murder. And we drop down. Drop attack does more damage now. What's my heavy attack? Just a big swipe. Okay, might want to use that at some point. Might be a bit better for crowd control, maybe. For now though, let's keep on going. Okay, that guy there. Murder. I didn't murder him efficiently enough. It's fine though. Just need to go up. Hits him. He just falls down. Hits him. He dies in the pit. Murder him. There we go. Use a flask just to make sure I'm topped up because there is a boss waiting down here. There is a better way to approach the boss though, which I had found. And while I do say a better way, I'm honestly not convinced it is. So the other way I'm thinking is there's a ledge over like the back of that way I could drop down. I don't think I'd manage that. Now, if this was Sekiro, I could stealth up to this man and murder him. This isn't Sekiro, it might be hard to tell, but there's not a lot of similarities, except from the murder of presumably innocent people. Do I even have to fight this guy? Just pillage some remains, you know. That's fine. Rapier. Good to see. Hide. Hide. Well, he will spot me, won't he? Line of sight. Please let this crate be enough. Crate was not enough, seemingly. Okay, just murder now. Ooh, he turns into Beyblade. Got it. Okay, I don't enjoy that. Stop Beyblading, my good man. It's honestly not too bad though. I've almost beaten him already. I thought he was being like a boss or something. But no, he's just gone. And that ring kicked in, you can see that. You're not my usual almost naked man. Like, I'll have you know, if I took this loincloth off, I'd have more clothing. I tested it earlier. But this is about as naked as I can be, but I've got a helmet for common decency. I'm not completely nude. Don't you worry, this is entirely appropriate now. It's child friendly, I'm sure. These guys all missing their heads? Can't tell. Also accidentally healed there, not great. Anyway, we have what looks like 2 directions to go and someone trying to murder me already, so it's a good sign we're going the right way. Murder! There we go. Took 2 hits, I shouldn't have just yelled murder. Oh god, no, there's an enemy. Die please. There we go. Much more appropriate than murder. Just kindly ask them to die. This note makes me worry there's an ambush. Secret passageway ahead, but be wary of ambushes. Got it. That's a set of stairs, that's not a secret passageway. I know what stairs are. They tend to take you to places. Typically, places on a different vertical plane. Difficult thing to comprehend at times. What do we have? I'm not seeing ambushes. There's like some shrubberies in the back, but no bushes. I'm sure it's fine. It's not fine, this is actually just a massive ambush. Who could have foretold? Ah, hey Wailing Banshee. How you doing? I'm I'm a half-naked man, as you could almost tell. Surprisingly enough, I have white skin. I'm just stained with ashes, I'm assuming it is. Yeah, and if Escher drew them, they could lead to any plane, those stairs. The doors wouldn't even lead just straight through, they'd just lead to some other place they shouldn't. Also, we got a lift. Going up. This is fancier than some stairs. Even got an item. Lovely. Now let's just go straight back down and not open up the shortcut and annoy everyone. No, I'm not that cruel. I will open this. I will also do my best to stab this man in the back. No, never mind. I know where we are, but we're right by the start. This is fine. I remember coming by this. It had the dead dragon that was up there. It no longer is. That's fine. That's entirely fine. Let's just go back down in haze. That means we've only got the one way forward, which is through what looks to be a graveyard. Hoping I can get some of my Estus flask charges back by just murdering things. It seems to do the job when you murder things. Got a window, shouldn't jump through there, that looks like a bad place to go. That gave me a fright, that man just rolling past. Can't believe it. The bad guys respawn. They only respawn when you go to bonfire and like heal up and all that. You don't ever go to bonfire, they're permanently dead until you travel elsewhere. Got two of these knights. I'm not used to fighting these guys, I'm used to having a big club when I do it. Not a sword. A puny sword. It's too puny. It's not doing a good enough job. I didn't stagger him as much as I wanted. It's fine enough though. I can do this. Ouch. Ouch again. Heal up. Don't have any flasks. Okay. One down. Can't go with my usual technique of clubbing them to death. I might need to actually do some rolling around. Like I'm stalking the hedgehog again. Oh, there's a lot of these knights about though. And I'm assuming I want to go down there by the messages. Also a way in there. That's a church. I don't like churches. No particular reason, it's just in games typically they're never a good thing. Unless it's a save point in a church. Some games have save points in churches. Anyway, I do not trust this man, so just have that please. Okay, I feel that didn't hit me, but alright. Alright. Sure. Sure. Where's the next boss though? I've only fought by one boss. I thought I'd bump into another one by now. I mean, yeah, there's big scary dragon, but he's not really a boss, is he? Anyway, I want to travel to this one. This is now the closest respawn point. Alright. That dragon's dead again now. Oh yeah, he's probably just going to be perfectly nice. I just wanted to gesture that he was all friendly, tip his hat, but no, I threw a bomb at him. It's his fault for looking menacing. I mean, I'm just running around here in mostly the nude. Like, I'm clearly not the one at fault. It has to be them. Like, I'm just your perfect, upstanding citizen. who looks vaguely like Michael Jackson, is therefore named Jekyll Maxim. Okay, now that guy wants to murder me. Is he gonna follow me down? He is. Okay. Hoping I've gone the right way here. I'm trying to remember where these stairs I came across before were. No, that's not the right way, is it? No. Back up. Go back up. I've gone the wrong way. So where is it? Was it? It's the other side, wasn't it? 'Cause there's two sides you can go. There's down here, and then there's the other side, which had a few enemies who were a bit tougher. Can do it though. If I'm remembering correctly, we have a man who wakes up in a minute. Just murder him because he has a crossbow. But I want to go down here where I should get a drop attack on. That guy's awfully speedy. It was going to be a drop attack on him. He's now coming up to meet me, I think. What? He's gotten lost. Well, we can just keep on going then. That's fine. He's completely lost me. Just gonna keep an eye outside while I do this. I don't trust that he's lost me. Okay. Yeah, no, he hasn't lost me. Is he still gonna try and follow me? I hope not. I'm quite worried. No? It's not following. Good. We've got man here, we've got the ambush. It's okay. If you know it's coming, it's not an ambush, it's just your regular old bush. I don't quite know if that's true, but it sounds vaguely factual, so yeah, stick by it. Okay, and yeah, there was crossbowman on these stairs. Murder him. The guy down here with a sword. Ooh, he's just murdered me. He needs a lot more damage than I thought he would. Jeez, he beams. Well, there goes all my souls again. Not that way, I want to go this way. Thank you very much, game, for pointing me in the wrong direction right off the bat. You almost had me fooled. Yeah, there's Axeman. Got an attacking on him. There we go. How many? Not too many, it was only like 400 or so. Like, it's more than I'd like to lose, but then again, I don't want to lose any. I can get them back easily enough. Yes, it's Groundhog Day with swords. And also my man in a loincloth and helmet. Because he's not nude, he's got a helmet on. Strangely enough, like if I go into my equipment quickly, if I unequip the loincloth, he has more clothes now. I don't know how this works, but by equipping it, he takes them off. So, therefore I'm taking them off. Okay, no, I should have just done what I did last time to deal with these guys. Still working out fine enough. That guy seems to want to die. And that guy doesn't particularly care. You know what? I'll leave you be. I'll leave you be. Don't say I'm not benevolent. I won't murder everyone. Just most of them. Just enough that their like city or town or hamlet or whatever you want to call it can't quite recover. So use Estus Flask, get that little bit of health back. I doubt it'll make too much of a difference, but I don't like these guys. Now, What I could do is I could use my weird stance thing to just lunge at this guy. Don't know how well it would do because it doesn't seem to go through shields. Okay, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to try and get a backstab in. This guy is going to walk up to around there-ish. Turn around. Didn't get to backstab, so just regular stab will do. Okay, this is fine. We're managing. There we go. Not even hit that time. That guy's about to turn around again. Walk slowly behind him. Apparently he's quite good hearing despite me being mostly nude. Must just be like my thighs clapping as I'm walking past. Who knows? Nope, I was slightly out of range apparently. I still managed. That's fine. Just heal up. Make sure I've got decent health. I don't want to be dying to just some enemy who appears out of nowhere. Next, I'm thinking, don't go into the church. Churches are never good in games like this. This is all like a gothic atmosphere. The church is going to be a bad place. Okay, these guys both have spears. I can lure one of them far enough up. Guy in their crossbow, lure him even further up there. All that. There's a whole sweet lady. You say that. I don't believe you. But I'm half tempted to give it a go. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? Let me just murder the guy up here first. That'll make me feel mildly better about the situation. Look, after murdering all the old ladies in Sekiro, I'm not stopping here. Like, all the old ladies in Sekiro do is they're like handmaidens, walk around with a torch. That's it. If they spot you, they just scream out, like, for help, and they cower. Ooh, no, that guy's... he's doing a better job than I thought he would. Roll around him. Murder! I didn't murder him well enough. Murder again. There we go. I'm doing grand. Up to, like, 1.4k souls. That's like Halberd, the kind of weapon, like a pole arm of some kind. Oh, you've convinced me I'm going into the church. I need to murder this old lady if she's in there. Although I do have another set of stairs. I can never resist a good pair of stairs. That's that a friend? That's not a friend, is it? No. I can lock on to him, he's not a friend. Ooh. I should not have fought this man. I'm gonna regret this. Oh no. Okay, get him into big open area. Go around him. Murder. Back off. Wait for him to come in again. Roll around him. Murder. And yeah, just actually murder. I get a refined gem. And some fancy trousers. Look at that. When you guard break them, set up to the belly button, visceral attack. Ooh. Okay, so you can actually get a fancy attack in. Good to hear. I always back off because around that point I run out of stamina. Keep that in mind though. And what was this message say? I need to read at least one of these. Try friendship. Could this be a Hollow? It's Hollow Knight. Do I get to be friends with Hollow Knight? Perfect. No life yet. We can't just straight up say this woman has no life just because she sits in a chair all day. That's awfully mean. Can't believe this. Also, I should really turn on light in the room. It's getting quite dark. If this is going to be a boss fight, I'm kind of wanting to be able to not have it quite so dark. I need to be able to pay attention. There we go. Now it's overly bright in the webcam, but I can't really do anything to fix that. Halberd get some exercise. Hello, woman. All deer ahead, therefore be wary of attacking. Hello. Okay.
The wait has been long, Unkindled One. I am Emma, High Priestess of Lothric Castle. Allow me to speak frankly. You will not find the Lords of Cinder here. They have left, gone, to their journey homes, converging at the base of this castle. Head
Cool.
to the bottom of the high wall.
Well, will do.
Forge on
Let me just
through
turn
the
my back
great
to you.
gate
I'm sure nothing
and
bad will
raise
happen.
this banner to proceed.
I get a banner. How kind. Cool. Let's leave her be. She is just a kindly old woman. However, there are stairs which I can't go up. How dare you, game? Not letting me go up some stairs. What is this? Some kind of game where you're not meant to be exploring every single thing? Yeah, no, I'm not murdering them. I didn't mean to murder the other person. Once I have a better weapon, I'll go murder her. Don't worry. Oh, that's a man down there. Oh yeah, because I accidentally provoked these guys once upon a time, didn't I? Lure them into here, I'm gonna say. This should be a decent enough spot to fight. Yeah, I'm out of range of that guy of crossbow. Is that the only one who knows where I am? Man with crossbow. I think it is. Okay, let's try and backstab this guy then. Nope, no backstabbing today. He immediately turned around. Back off. Back over to one-handed for some reason. I don't ever mean to. Two-handed is much more fun. There we go. They're doing well. Beware of monstrosity. Okay, this is the boss. Man, and then rear. I mean, feels a little homosexual, I'll be honest. Intimidated by your osteoporosis. Like, she would smack me with those hard candies. Like, don't even joke. She would just hit me around the head with them, that would be me. I'm thinking boss fight. Thinking this is a boss fight. To make sure I know my attacks. I've got big swing, I've got lunge on my stance and heavy, vertical swipe on my stance when light. Just need to roll around because I've got the lightest possible armour I can. Like, I've got big rolls. Okay. Where is boss? Is he dropping in? Is he breaking through the gate? What's he doing? Not appearing. Cool. He must be on holiday. Let's go. We don't. No. We've got to fight him. That gate's clearly where we need to go through. Stay to the outside. Boss? No boss. Now boss. Okay. I love how thin my arms are. I keep forgetting. Hell is this thing? It's very hairy. Good old Michael Jackson. Indeed, Jacob Maxon. He is who we all want him to be. Okay, he can like stun me, keep in mind. Assuming that's what that status is. Frostbite apparently. No. That's not good. That makes me slower apparently. Okay, you can go through his legs. Seems to be a nice idea. Is this one of the bosses which I just want to like stay around the back of? I'm feeling it might be, you know. Some bosses you stay to the sides, some you want to stay to the front. I'm thinking this guy you want to stay behind best you can. Okay, back out of the way. Yeah, this seems to be manageable. Just back off. I don't want to be fighting him in a corner. Come on, the good sir, let me roll behind you. Okay, yeah, this is seeming fine enough. Let's get him to come up close again. Come on. What's he doing? I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something. It's not good for my health, is it? What's he doing? Test this. Big ice breath seems to reach out about there, so it's got decent range to it, not amazing. Out of healing, but I might be able to get this guy. Like, first try, he's really not all that bad. No, never mind. Second try though, now I know roughly what to do. Jacob Maxon can do it. I believe in him. Oh god, it's such a long way to get to him though. I meant to wrap up the stream like 10 minutes ago. I want to at least fight another boss other than the tutorial one before I quit. It's gonna turn out like Frostpunk again though. I'm just going to be doing it forever. I'm not ever going to stop playing. Like for the Frostpunk streams, I was going for about 4 hours. Like regularly. Maybe Emma is more my speed. She's an old woman. I'm not a fighter. I should have called for the lift. Well, there goes like 1,600 souls again. Why's the lift start at the bottom? This is annoying. God damn it. And no, I'm not going down there. This is great. This is entirely my fault. I'm not blaming the game. Don't worry. But yeah, I'm blaming that. That's my own incompetence, like I say. Let's pull the lever. I really miss having Souls-like games or something which have fast systems of going up and down, which don't involve you having to pull a lever and wait. I mean, going down, arguably, is a faster route. I should be doing that. But maybe don't. Just gonna run through here as well. Those guys will come up, but I don't think they'll aggro. Just gonna make my way to the boss, murder a man, as you do. Murder this one as well, because, I mean, he's clearly wanting to be murdered. I'm doing him a favour. I've got knights down here. I think I'm fast enough, I can just get past. Next down to here. There we go, he's been murdered. We have this guy here. Everyone with a crossbow. Let's get a little bit more souls as I can. This man here. could just go past him. I kind of want to murder him though. It's not very good at using that shield, I'll be honest. Yeah, I should just keep murdering him. That's fine enough. Or die twice to enemies and 20 times the gravity. Yeah. Gravity is not your friend, it's the biggest enemy of all. Although, also the enemy of some enemies. So therefore, a friend that you believe is saying, which I don't. Enemy's enemy is not a friend, that's not how it works. They're clearly enemies for a reason, so you shouldn't be friends with them. With friends beforehand, then yeah, that's fine. Or if you get to know them and they're friendly, yeah, but I feel I've gotten to know Gravity and it's not friendly, is it? Well, I have a close relationship with Gravity, you might say. Okay, we're doing fine, keep rolling, rolling. Yeah, that's like half health again already. This is fine. It's about to do his like big charging thing, which is not fine. Heal up, some frost breaths, just back off. This corner's like as good as I can get. Go in and attack in a sec. There we go. Doing fine. I disagree about that hitting me. It's alright. Good to see. Good to see. Okay, third time's a charm. We can do this again. We can do this. I just need to keep rolling through his legs. Guy from Axe. Come on. Come on. There we go. We're murdering you again. Because you deserve it. I hit a wall. The hell? Why did the camera not lock on? That's brilliant. Okay, fourth time's a charm, although arguably third time because I should not have died there. I disagree. I disagree with that being one of the deaths for boss fight. Even though that guy woke up, I completely forgot. I don't ever go past him. This guy, I mean, I frequently murder him, so yeah, that's fine enough. I can just keep on doing that. While I want to take the fast route, no. Pull the lever. Potentially jump on it as it's coming up. Because that's just fun. Get that. That definitely saved no time whatsoever. But I did do a jump. So I did mildly do something interesting. It's the fastest route. However, it's only a one-way trip because then you respawn and have to do it yet again. You don't ever get to come back up though. You never get to go back up. And to be fair, why would you want to go up? At the end of the day, it is a lift. It's not particularly fun. Or an elevator, or whatever you want to call it. Don't know how like universal calling a lift is. Anyway, fight this man. Come on. No balls. We're gonna do it this time. It's gonna run straight in. Not actually run though. So I need to keep some of my stamina. Just so I can stab him in the back. Back off a little. Now move in. Do a dodge roll. Okay. I swear I dodged good enough there to avoid it for that second one. Apparently not though. Okay, doing fine. Might as well heal. Don't want to be one shot. Okay, he's coming in go. We're doing fine. This is great. A lot of damaging on him already. Just need to be dodging to the side as he comes through. This is big frosty breath. Be eating all those Mentos and chewing mint gum, clearly. That's all it is. It's just like your regular soldier, but okay, no, I've never seen that attack before. I disagree with that one. But okay, this is fine. Come in. Oh my god, I'm not doing well here, am I? Frostbitten's the least of my concerns. You say try him, but I don't think I need that little bit of extra health. I think I should be fine. I should be fine. But I can do this just as long as I'm dodging right. If it was someone who I thought I needed to like block at all, or who I had to take attacks from, yeah, sure, I'd definitely go ahead. But no. I'm thinking I can do this without using any items. Though to be fair, that's probably going to be most of the fights in this game, because I just don't like using items. I'm just one of those people who hoards everything forever. I don't think you can send it back up's the thing. You pull the lever, it brings it to you, it doesn't send it away. I'll try it. I'll see if it works. If it does, I'll be quite happy. And no, can't interact. It's a shame. If I could, that would have been lovely. And I would have done that every time. Step on the button and roll out. Okay, will do. Now I need to murder these guys though. Just give me a second. But it's a bit more damage than I would have liked. Okay. Potentially I shouldn't have just mashed the button, I should have actually given that a proper attempt. There we go. Used one of my flasks already. It's just step on this, then you roll out. That just sends it back up, does it? I'm gonna hope it does. I'm gonna hope so. So that's gonna save me a lot of time. And like I said when going into this, I don't know a lot about Dark Souls games. I've played a lot of Souls-likes, just not a Dark Souls game. See, I'm hoping that does work. If it does, that'll be lovely. It can work for me. I plan to. If it's a possibility that I can, yeah, definitely. They are putting in all the work I can't be bothered putting in. Got boss. Quickly to pick up my souls. Come on. Murder. That means trying to back away. I shouldn't have rolled into him. Oh, that wasn't good either. Okay. I'm doing fine. I promise. I've never lied to you. I'm very much not. I'm going to back off properly for a second. I can't see what's going on. Like his arse is just in the way. Just eating up a rest supplies. God damn it, he keeps on getting me with that one. Okay, Estes up. Quick hit in. And roll out way. Again, he does his frosty breath. Minty fresh, might I add. Move in. I can quickly get an attack in. No, I can't. I'm gonna try. Whenever I see him attacking, I'm just going to roll and assume he's able to hit me. That probably wasn't going to hit me, that attack. That was a bad time for me to save my flat. Okay, can I get him? I think I can. One last hit. Boss is gone. I get some of his minty fresh gum. Or Mentos. That's just frozen. That is just frozen. Immediately defeat the boss. Got shot by an arrow. I can't believe it. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciate it, all friends. If you want to come back for more Dark Souls, by the way, I'm probably going to call it here. I'll be doing more tomorrow, around the same time, if you want to come by. Continuing from exactly this point, I'm not going to play it off stream at all, so don't worry. But yeah, I'm hoping to do this Tuesdays and Fridays, possibly Wednesdays, depends on how my uni goes. I do have a lab around then, but I might be able to get away with just doing it online rather than actually going in. So we'll need to see. We'll need to see. Because, I mean, I want to be doing streaming, I do it for fun. I'm not doing it for money or anything, but yeah, check back tomorrow for epic battle against an old woman. Truly, it will be a sight to see, I'd imagine. But yeah, that's about all for now. I am enjoying this game. I really am. With Jekyll Max in here. He should take off his helmet, in fact. I don't think you've seen his face, have you? Super Jesus. Let me take this off. Look at him. He's Jekyll Maxim. He's everything you could want. Start of his game he was trying to imitate Thriller. He got up out of a grave. So therefore, he is the Jekyll Maxim we all want. And his loincloth should not be doing that. It's not how physics works, but okay. Yeah, put his helmet back on. But yeah, I'm enjoying this game. I'm gonna play through to completion to an extent. It depends just how much it takes to complete the game. Get the main story done, I'll do the DLCs. If there's like people wanting me to 100% it because there's hidden bosses, I'll do hidden bosses. If they're just hidden away, nice and easily found. If you need to go on like a scavenger hunt to get a boss, yeah, I'm not bothered enough for that, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, that's all for now really. I'm enjoying it, like I say. I hope you're all enjoying it too, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye for now.